Fairy Bricks is an internationally recognised and appreciated charity based in the UK, founded by Kevin Gascoigne. It has one very simple objective: to give Lego to children in hospital.
Welcome, Kevin. Kevin, I'd really like to know, how did Fairy Bricks start?
It was a mistake, really. I should never have done it. No, it started as a really simple idea on the Brickset forum back in 2012 when we had held a really small raffle there amongst Brickset forum members. We gave some Lego to some kids in my local hospital here in West Yorkshire, and it's just snowballed since there.
Why was Lego chosen as the gift of choice for Fairy Bricks?
Well, because I'm a Lego fan. I was an Apple before I founded Fairy Bricks, so I was just out of my dark ages really in 2011. Just getting back into Lego, and I'd already built up too many sets the way a lot of people emerging from the dark ages do that, don't they? They just buy everything. And that's what I'd already done, so I thought we'd need to move some of these things out.
Fairy Bricks is not just in the UK. How many countries are you in now?
I think it's around about 31 or 32. We seem to add them all the time, which is great. You know, and obviously Australia and New Zealand for us now are key target areas for the next 3-4 years to really expand our reach.
Last year, there was an epic push for the Build to Give campaign. What were you most proud of in how the world built to give?
Well, I've been involved with Build to Give since its just real inception back in 2017, when both ourselves and the Lego company didn't really know how it was going to work, and we had a chat about it. I'm very proud of the entire thing, where it's grown for ourselves. In year one, we visited, I think it was 65 hospitals in year one. And this year in the UK, it was 177. So that's good growth inside 4 years. And of course, for the first time this year, we've had Build to Give in Australia with sets delivered by Fairy Bricks, which was incredible to then expand it beyond the UK this year.
Fairy Bricks has so many good humans doing great things. Do you have a favourite donation story?
It's more the children that you meet every so often, because a lot of the time we don't actually meet kids. You know, we're there to cause minimum disruption. As Annie knows, we can be quite disruptive when we arrive places and we don't know that we're coming, as we did last year. But it's really just to get in with the sets and then get out as quickly as we can. But sometimes we do what we call stay and play days, where we're at the hospital all day long, generally with AFOLs, sometimes with corporate sponsors as well. And just being able to sit down with those kids for, it could be 20 minutes, half an hour, and build with them is an incredible experience. And we want to do more of those kind of things, but obviously with COVID this year, last year, all of this stuff.
Are the unexpected drop-ins the more fun ones?
Well, that's how we used to do it all the time. And that actually started with the Build to Give campaign, because in the first year, like I said, we visited 65 hospitals in year one. But up to that point in the year, we visited, I think, around about 30 hospitals in 11 months. And now we want to do 65 in 1 month. And I thought to myself, we can't make appointments for all these things. It's going to be too hard. Let's just load the van and turn up and see what happens. It's become a bit of a running joke now, where we just literally knock on the door and say, we've got a Lego delivery for you. And it's like open sesame, you know, the door comes forward and in we come.
Why do you think Lego works so well in this kind of situation?
It's a product that so many children are familiar with already. They've got Lego at home, so the comfort is there. It's a great distraction. It's obviously creative. They are limited on the set that they get, which is not always a bad thing. So we've had sets that we've given away, which from our perspective, as our followers, you think, well, those sets are rubbish. You know, things like Superhero Girls, you know, that didn't sell at all. It's a terrible thing for Lego. But the kids have absolutely loved those sets when they've actually played with them. They just didn't fly off the shelf, but they've still been great sets. And, you know, when they are limited to what they can get their hands on, then we've got to then rebuild it and be creative with the element.
Fairy Bricks is now tightly linked with Lego International. What impacts has this made on the lives of people that you support?
Well, we hear daily from parents about the impact the sets that have had. You know, the child has come out of surgery or they are anxious before surgery. and all of a sudden they forget where they are. I remember a picture from years ago, I think it was 2014. Yeah, it was in our first year, from a hospital in Scotland. And there's a little boy there, and he's got both legs are broke, and he's in traction. He can't move in the bed at all, and he's just holding a Lego Creator set. I think it was that monkey set from years ago. And he doesn't even know where he is anymore. He's just lost inside this Lego box. That's all he cares about. So the fact that he's got two legs that do not work at the moment, doesn't care anymore. He's got his Lego monkey, and that's all he cares about.
Verybricks has done some amazing work since 2014. What do you think the next 10 years will hold?
Well, we'd like to just carry on what we're doing, more reach with more children, add additional countries where we can, and expand into countries where we're already kind of established. So again, places like the US, Australia, New Zealand, where we already have the network of fans wanting to help us and just getting more and more sets out there. Because these sets don't stay in hospitals forever, because you take some sets to a hospital in January, all gone by August, September. It's a continuous refreshment process with the thing.
In 2020, we were fortunate to be graced with your presence at Brickvention. Do you have a favourite memory from Brickvention?
I wouldn't say a favourite memory, but I was amazed at the event. I was told about the event. I'd spoken to lots of Australians and some UK people that had been there, but I wasn't really sure what to expect, and I was just blown away by it. I travelled to a lot of events all around the world, and it was incredible. Just the number of airfolds involved, the members of the public, the way it was organised. It's been one of the favourite events I've ever visited, and I can't wait to get back.
In 2020, I had the pleasure of driving you to the Monash Children's Hospital for a particularly unique delivery from Verybricks. Could you just share with us how that went? Because it was so spectacular. I'd love to hear you say it.
Well, I just woke up on the Sunday morning and thought, hang on, we're here, we're doing some fundraising, which is great, and some awareness. Yeah, that's great as well. But we've already got Lego sets here. Why don't we just take them to a hospital right now? What's to stop us? Because if we were in the UK, that's what we would do. So we needed some transport. So I spoke to Michael Peebles and said, what do you think? And he's like, yeah, good idea, but you've got to go do it. Yeah, I don't care, that's fine. I just need someone to drive. So then we spoke to you, and we got was it like a little van or something that we used?
One of our Mugs members, Wade, lent us his car, and took us down the freeway.
Yeah, and Trevor came with us as well, and we didn't call ahead. We didn't. We just turned up to the reception, and they were a little bit hesitant at the start. And maybe because it was a crazy British person doing the talking, that maybe helps. And it was like, yeah, we've got to do this now because I'm flying out tomorrow. So it's today or never. And within 10 minutes, we were up on the ward, handing out the things, and it was a great experience.
And one of my favourite parts was that as we entered the hospital radio was playing Everything is Awesome.
Really?
Really. Genuinely.
That's a sign.
It is a sign.
Have you become kind of known at the hospitals around where you are now? You'll kind of walk in and they're like, oh, here's our guy.
Yeah, very much so in the UK. Well, normally with the Build to Give campaign, we just drive the sets around. So we fill up the van and then drive around. And we kind of get Facebook stalked by the hospital workers. They'll think, oh, they're in Birmingham. Like, well, Coventry's not far away. Well, they'll be coming to us next, and then, then Nottingham will hear about it. Oh, yeah, we saw where you were on Facebook. We knew you'd be coming. There is a level of expectation.
How can we get involved in the work that Verybricks does?
Just drop us a message. We're always looking for people to help out with on the fundraising side. And then especially with the international donations, we have a program through the Ambassador Network where each lug can apply to be sent some sets from ourselves, and then the lug members take them in on our behalf.
What do you think about Brickvention being an A&E event in 2022?
I'm really excited about Brickvention 2022. It's richly deserved, and I can't wait to get back there next year. Congratulations, guys.
Do you think we might see you again at Brickvention 2022?
Oh, we'll be there in 22, and there's going to be two of us coming in 22. Leanne will be coming as well, my number 2, which means that I can just wander around the event a lot. she can do the work and I can just walk around shaking hands.
Fingers crossed everything goes well and we will see you here.
You will. Looking forward to it.
For those of you who would like more information on how you can support Fairy Bricks, you can find all of the details below.
Keep an eye on this playlist, plus subscribe and set reminders so you don't miss a thing at Brickvention 2021.